Have you ever wanted to feel loved, but when someone actually gives you love, affection, or reassurance, you find it difficult to receive? Maybe someone tells you how much you mean to them, and part of you thinks, do they really mean that? Perhaps someone treats you well, and instead of relaxing into the relationship, you start waiting for something to go wrong. Or maybe when somebody becomes emotionally close, you find yourself wanting to pull away. And that can be really confusing, because you might think, I want to be loved, so why does receiving love sometimes feel so uncomfortable? From an attachment perspective, this can actually make a lot of sense, because our understanding of love doesn't begin with our adult relationships. We start learning about relationships much earlier. Through our experiences, we begin developing expectations about what happens when we need someone. Is affection consistent? Can I rely on people? Is it safe to be vulnerable? What happens if I show someone how I'm really feeling? And sometimes the lesson we learn is, don't rely on people too much. People eventually leave. I need to earn love. Or even, if someone really gets to know me, maybe they won't want me anymore. And these aren't necessarily conscious thoughts. You might logically know that your partner cares about you, while another part of you is still waiting for rejection. And that's why simply telling yourself they're different, I should trust them, doesn't always work. Your nervous system may have learned something very different. And this can show up in relationships in lots of ways. Maybe you need lots of reassurance, but struggle to actually believe the reassurance when you receive it. Maybe you test whether someone really cares. Perhaps you become uncomfortable when things feel too close. Or you might find yourself attracted to emotionally unavailable people, but strangely uncomfortable around somebody who is actually consistent. Sometimes what is familiar can feel safer than what is healthy. Not because we consciously want difficult relationships, but because we know how to navigate what's familiar to us. And there's another part to this too, our self-worth. If somewhere inside you is the belief that you're not quite good enough, receiving genuine love can challenge that belief. Someone might say, I love you, but internally you think, if you really knew me, would you? So what can you do? I don't think the answer is forcing yourself to trust people. I think that's hard. Instead, start by becoming curious. Notice what happens when someone offers you affection, reassurance, or support. Do you immediately dismiss it? Question it? Feel uncomfortable? Want to pull away? And rather than criticizing yourself, you can ask, what am I frightened might happen here? Or you could try, what have my experiences taught me to expect from love? Because sometimes our relationship patterns aren't evidence that we're incapable of having healthy relationships. They're ways we've learned to really protect ourselves. And when we understand that, we can gradually begin creating something different. Receiving love doesn't mean dropping every boundary or trusting everybody. Healthy trust will develop over time. But perhaps you can begin allowing yourself to notice the moments when someone is consistent. When they listen, when they stay, when they respect your boundaries, when their actions match their words. And gradually, your experience of relationships can begin teaching you something new. That connection doesn't always have to be earned. That closeness doesn't always end in rejection. And that you can be loved without becoming somebody else first. If this resonated with you, you might find some of my other videos about attachment and relationship patterns helpful. And if you'd like to explore your own relationship patterns more deeply, counselling can provide a space to understand where they come from and begin relating to yourself and others differently. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.